my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Although we do come out on the Diamond Beauties and on the E360 and a women's channel, I'm sure there will be some gentlemen that will be watching us. So I want to say, hello, my beautiful gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. I am extremely excited today. I met my beautiful guest, Jennifer, a few months ago, and she blew me away. And then now also part of the Diamond Beauties Forever group. And my beautiful Jennifer, your amazing affirmations is amazing. Do you know so many ladies that came back to me and say, Sunit, the affirmations, beautiful Jennifer, your voice, the way that you are bringing it to them, it's truly for me, you are an inspiration. So if I can maybe ask, before I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself, I just quickly want to let the Diamond Beauties know. So ladies, if you do give us comment on the, I will not have a shout out, because it's beautiful Jennifer's all about her story. She is our soul of a diamond, but I will bring it up so that you will be able to see. But we're not going to do a shout out. And I do think we have already somebody that want to say, she's so excited you are here, Michelle. Michelle, thank you, my beautiful Michelle. So this will be the only shout out, but next time I will just bring it up and then you will see it, but we will not do the shout out. Okay. So my beautiful Jennifer, thank you for honoring me being here. You have a heart of gold. You are so inspirational for me. And yes, your voice is spectacular. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes. First, thank you, Sunette, for asking me to be here with you and accepting our friendship. I know we're many miles apart, but I feel super connected to you heart to heart. So thank you. And I truly feel like you're a soul sister to me and
Wow.
love every moment I get with you. My name is Jennifer Rogers, and I am a powerful woman. I'm just going to say that. I've come through a lot in life, and like many women, and I decided to do something different. I decided not to be a statistic. You know, the government and the state can put me in that category if they like, but I am the owner of my story, and I chose to do something completely different with it.
Wow. So my beautiful Jennifer, you just gave me goosebumps all the way to my back. And I don't know why I want to cry, but if I get goosebumps, I normally put my glasses on. Are you
Girl,
ready for me?
we got some glasses if we need them.
Oh wow. I love it. I love it. So my beautiful
If the tears get to pouring, look here. Let them come on down.
let me take a photo. Now put
Okay.
it back. Wait. Just give me 1 second. I know it's not part of the show, but I just have to do this quickly. Here we go. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
You are
Thank
welcome.
you. So, my beautiful Jennifer, I ask you to do an introduction for me on a video. I have done an amazing video for you. Part of your story will go into the Diamond Moments magazine, and in the banner at the end, I will also be adding as your advertisement for being a soul of a diamond. It was just something God gave me this amazing plan from TV show to magazine to chapter in a book, and I know that He will also grant me the opportunity to come and do a documentary on your life. So here is your video. Are you ready to look at it?
I'm ready. My name is Jennifer Rogers. I am a fourth generational trauma breaker. I am a strong mother and grandmother who decided that the cycle stops with me. Today, I use that strength and power to lead, coach, and develop other women to help them find their strength and power in their journey. I've created an online group called Paria Meraki, where we support and grow each other through daily affirmations, empowerment, and a safe environment, where we are like a phoenix who rose through the ashes and rise to our best self.
Did you love your video?
You know what? My eyes are watering now. That is beautiful. Thank you for such a beautiful gift.
Oh, it was my pleasure. And you will see, I said it's made, the production is Mwah Productions, and you know that's my signature, and it stands for Moments with Authentic Heart. And I had to go and fetch one with you and your husband, and I decided to do that one. So thank you for honoring me. So my beautiful Jennifer, I would love to play one more video before you can tell us about your life, tell us your story. I want to play a video of our beautiful Natalie McQueen. She is actually going to help us to do the book compilations. She is a publisher. So I am going to play it, and then we're going to start with your story. I am actually very excited. So here we go.
Yes.
Hi there, my name is Natalie McQueen. I'm the founder of Gifts of Legacy. I am a book publisher and a legacy designer. I am thrilled to introduce my talking journal. This unique journal features recorded messages from 100 trailblazing contributors that we call our masters and mavens. Imagine a journal that you can hold in your hands and get daily prompts of inspiration from these mentor experts. I invite you to be one of our masters and mavens in our first edition on gratitude for $49. This is a low-cost, high-impact alternative to traditional publishing. I cannot wait to hear your inspirational message.
So beautiful. Natalie is also one of the Soul of a Diamond authors that came to the television show. So we were truly so inspired with, even all the ladies that you. But today, my beautiful Jennifer, it's your turn. So you can start your story anywhere and just talk. If there's nobody, just me and you. And I'm here to listen. Thank you.
No, thank you. And I will tell you, it is can be a hard story. And it's taken a long time to be able to do some deep look inside, to be able to tell it without guilt and shame and without blaming others. So I will just start at the beginning, and I hope that this story inspires every woman that hears it, because that's really what this is about, is inspiring others who may be in this journey, know someone in this journey, or has this journey but has never spoken about it. So I'll just go back. I was born to teenage parents. My mother was barely 16. My father was 19. So you're talking about, very young parents just trying to figure out who they are. And now they've got a little baby to take care of. I was born 6 weeks early, and my mother had complications during delivery. Through those complications, I actually did not survive delivery. I was dead upon delivery, deceased. And so that was the first thing that my mother experienced at 16 years old. So through medical miracles, the staff was able to revive me, but immediately took me to a children's hospital. Because I was born at 3 pounds, I required some intensive care and about a 6-week stay in the hospital before I could come home. So once I come home, here they are, and they're raising this baby. So life goes on. It starts for me, and that's really where my Phoenix story starts to rise. Right there. That Phoenix was born in that room. And life goes on. As some young marriages do, theirs lasted about 3 years, and they parted ways. Well, because they're so young, they both moved back in with their own parents, my grandparents. But I had a great relationship with both of my parents. Spent time with both my mother and my father. Was very close to my dad. You'll hear people say all the time, well, I was a daddy's girl. That is true today. At 43 years old, if he was here with me today, I would probably still sit on his lap and take those great big bear hugs, right? Because that's just the type of dad I had. But life had a different plan for him. God had a different plan for him and needed him. So life goes on. They divorce. And eventually my mother remarries. In this marriage, we move in and away from my family, her family, my dad. Everything that I ever knew was safe. And I talk about this in my chapter, that I move away at 4 years old. And I don't have many memories before that, and that may be typical for most people. But one thing I do remember is listening to Sammy Hagar's I Can't Drive 55. And I don't know if you're familiar with that song or not, but it came out in 1984, and I remember today every word of that song. I love it when it comes on the radio. And it was just a fun and fast, upbeat song. And I remember as a little girl listening to it. Looking back on that song today, it makes sense that what was going on in my life, that was a sign of escape. That's a way out. He's saying, I can't drive 55. I've got to go faster. I've got to get out of here. I've got to find a way out, right? So that's kind of where that song resonated with me. Well, when we move in with this new man and his family, my brother and I go to sharing a bedroom with a new cousin. And not just sharing a bedroom, but sharing a bed. And I'm the oldest. My brother's 3 years younger than me, so he's about the 1 to 2 year age range. So it is planned that the youngest new cousin will sleep by the wall. My brother will sleep in the middle. I will sleep on the edge of the bed. And I'm thinking, this is disgusting. I do not want to sleep with two little diapered boys, right? This is not what I want. I want my own room. I want my dollies. I want, all these things. But it is what it is. So the first time someone comes into my bedroom, I wake up. There's obviously pressure on the bed. I wake up and there's a shadow of a man sitting on my bed, and the pressure of his hand between my legs touching me. And I immediately wake up. And it's not a wake up where I'm wake up wondering what's going on, what's happening. It's a wake up and it's, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? And his response to me is, oh, I was just checking to see if you needed to use the restroom. And I thought, that is really weird. 4 years old, I'm potty trained. I can get up and go to the bathroom if I needed to. So he left my room. He never came back. Never entered my bedroom again. So in my 4-year-old mind, I rationalized, well, maybe that's what he really was doing. So I didn't tell my mom about that. However, we had a female cousin, another female cousin in this new family. And I'm telling her, hey, do you know about this? Does he do this? And she's like, oh yeah, you don't like that? He does. And I'm thinking, this is very strange. No, my family doesn't do these things. This is not, or I didn't know at the time about anything in my family like this. And so I thought, this is not something that is right. And I remember feeling that at 4 years old, like, this is not something I want to be a part of. So I let it go. I don't say anything. We're not on this property for long. We move into town because, I mean, we literally were in the country. We move into town. We have this beautiful 2-story, and we're so excited to move in because it's huge. We now have our own space. My brother and I have our own bedrooms. You go up the stairs. His is immediately at the top of the stairs. Mine's at the opposite end. So I finally have some space for my little brother, right? And our mom's is in the middle. And so we are loving life. We're thinking this is perfect. School is just a few blocks away. And I grew up in the 80s. So this is, rainbow bright time frame. Strawberry shortcake, and I had the strawberry shortcake bicycle with the basket and the streamers and all that. And so my mom would let me ride my strawberry shortcake bike to school back and forth. So here I was, big 5-year-old girl doing big girl things. So things go on. Everything's great for a while. And unlike the house at the farm where I can recall the first time somebody comes in my bedroom, I can't today tell you the first time that my stepfather entered my room. I don't know when it happened. But what I can tell you is that I remember the pressure of his hand on my mouth and the scratchiness of his beard, and he was a smoker, and that smell of the cigarette and the stench of his breath and just the hot when he would whisper those vile things. And I write in my chapter, there's all the things that people tell you. If you tell your mom, I'll kill her, I'll kill you, I'll kill your brother, you won't make it out of this. You're 5 years old. Nobody's going to believe you. Who's going to believe you? And so all of these things are playing around in your head, and you're like, that's right. Who would believe me? Who's going to? So these threats have a stronghold on you. And this continues on and continues on. And I thought, I don't know what to do here, but I'm scared to death. I'm not sleeping at night. I have no idea what to do. So I thought, I know, I'll get my little brother to sleep with me. He slept with me when we were out on the farm. I'll get him to sleep with me now. Surely that will stop it. So my brother, again, is 2 to 3 years younger than me, depending on the time of year. I go get him from his bed after our mom had gone to sleep at night, and I would bring him to bed with me, thinking, okay, if my brother's here with me, this isn't going to happen. Not true. In some sick way, it seemed like the challenge was even more fun to him, because now it's like, now somebody does know. Now what are you going to do about it? And so when that didn't help, I just stopped bringing my brother to my room. And I would continue to go to school, and I would do my activities and come home like nothing had happened. And again, this goes on and on. And finally, I got tired and I could not sleep. I'm anxious. So I started lining toys up from the door to the edge of my bed, so that at least when he would come in the bedroom at night, I would hear him trip on the toy, and I would rather wake myself up that way than somebody touching my face. And so that's what I started doing, is I would line that up. And then in the morning, I would get up, clean my toys up, make my bed, go on about my day. And I am very, even today, I'm a very clean person. As a child, extremely clean. Bedroom was extremely clean. But if you went to my closet and you opened my closet door, that was a completely different world. That closet was piled of dirty clothes mixed with clean, because internally that's how I was feeling. It was a representation of what I'm going through. My schoolwork was just strewn about. It wasn't hung up because I wasn't proud. I didn't care what I was doing. There was blankets in there. There was no light in there because that closet was my safe space. I could go in, I could cover my head, and I could hide from what was going on the other side of that closet. And I remember thinking, how does my mom not know? How does she not know this is happening? Well, what had happened was he had put a hook and lock, or a hook latch type lock, on the outside of their bedroom door. So when he would be in my bedroom at night, he would lock her in her bedroom. But in my mind, I'm thinking, well, this is good for me, because she's going to figure out he's not in bed. She's going to get up. She's going to come looking for him. She can't get out the bedroom. This is going to work in my favor. But that never happened. That never happened. And so this goes on. And again, I can't tell you, remembering when it started. I know I was about 5 years old. But there came a day when I couldn't keep that secret any longer. And it's not because of the threats. It's not because I was scared. It was because my body wouldn't let me. He had passed an infection on to me, and I could not. I was 8 years old at this time. So for 3 years, I carried the secret, and I could not fight this infection. And so I remember that morning as if it was this morning. I can tell you today what I wore that morning. And part of it is because I'd had school pictures in those clothes, because it was my favorite outfit. But I remember just, okay, the pain is unbearable. I can't take this. And I remember coming down the stairs that day, and just my little feet going down each step, one at a time, and getting down the stairs and just sharing this to my mom. This is what's happening. Well, at the time we had one car. He had it at work. We had no phone. So she said, we have to go next door and use the phone. And I am freaking out, because I'm like, please no, he's going to hurt us. He's going to kill us. All these things are going to come true. Everything's going to happen. And she takes us next door. We use the neighbor's phone. The police come. And if you've ever had to go through this, you have to repeat to the police your story that you've just gone through. Well, then they load you in the back of the car. They take you to the hospital. Now you've got to repeat your story, but now you're laying on a bed in this sterile, white, cold room that you've got people looking at you. You've got people doing an exam on you. And the thing I can still hear and feel today is the scissors cutting my pants off my leg. I can still feel the blade of those scissors going up my little legs, and the crunch of that material as it separated into two pieces. And so as I go through this, fully the exam confirms what I've shared with my mom. So now she has to make a decision. What is she going to do? How is she going to do it? And again, she is a young woman. At this point, she is 23, 24 years old, because remember, there's just 16 years between us. So she's relied on him for care, for income, for what she thought was security. And so I don't know the conversations they have. I do know that he was questioned. He was taken away for a little bit. But this is in 1988. end of 1988, beginning of 1989. This is before the state of Oklahoma passed the sex offender registry. So he does get charged, but the sex offender registry does not grandfather anybody that had been charged prior to its passage. So he never has to register for my situation. Now, if he does something moving on, so he is charged, he does minimal time. He gets a little bit of a charge. But before all that takes place, we move from the 2-story. My mother, and I'm going to ask all the viewers not to judge her, because again, you have to think of the space that she was in. My mother stays with him, and we move to a smaller home. We move to a 2-bedroom. My brother and I are back to sharing a room now, and it's what is called a Jack and Jill bathroom, where the bathroom is in between the 2 bedrooms. And so just because we leave the 2-story house doesn't mean things stop. Things change. And what changed is now he can't come in my bedroom the way he was, but now he's watching me take a bath. And so things just shift. Well, when that happened, I thought, no. And in 2nd grade, I'm a 2nd grade 8-year-old little girl. I go to school one day. We're 2 blocks away from the school now. I come down the alleyway and our car is gone. And remember, we only have 1 car. And I can't tell you, but something all the way through my soul told me, do not go home. He's there. And I don't know what it was, but I was like, it is not safe for me to go home today. And at 8 years old, I walked away from home and just gripped my backpack and walked to my mom's friend's house. And I remember her name was Tina. Her husband's name was Chris. And they lived probably about 1.5 miles on the edge of town. So I left completely and walked. And I knocked on her door, and she answers the door, and she's like, what are you doing here? And I said, can I please come in? And I remember when I get there, she's sitting in her on her dining room floor that day, and she has little bitty styrofoam cups, and she's planting. She's doing her planting that day. And she said, yeah, come in here. You can help me. And so we sit on the kitchen floor, and I tell her what has been going on. And I said, I can't go home. And I said, please call who I referred to as my Nana, which was my mom's mom. I said, please call my Nana. And she said, absolutely. And so she calls my Nana, and my Nana says, I'm coming to get her. Don't let her leave. And so I'm there with Tina. We're, doing these little plants. She doesn't ask me any questions. She stays with me. We sit there. There comes a knock on the front door, and she picks me up, and I remember her picking my little body up in my backpack, and she takes me and she sets me in her closet, and she shuts the door, and she says, don't say anything. Stay right here. And so she goes to the door and she answers it, and it's my mom. And I can hear my mom, I can hear it in her voice, frantic, saying, I can't find Jennifer. They don't know where she is. She left school, but she didn't make it home. We don't know where she's at. I'm sitting in the closet now going, oh no, what have I done? Because now I've scared the shit out of my mom, and I feel guilty about that. And there's a literal tug inside of me going, I did the right thing for me, but I've hurt my mom, and where's the right path? And so in that moment that I'm having this internal fight, Tina says, Dottie, I have your daughter, and you're not getting her back. And I can't tell you the weight that came off my shoulder, that somebody believes me. Somebody listened to me. Somebody heard me. And so I look back at that 8-year-old little girl many times, because I thought, man, I don't know today that I would have the strength that she had to walk away from some of the things that she did. And I say, don't judge my mom, because I judged my mom for a long time. Why didn't you protect me? Why didn't you know he was coming in my room? Why? And all these fingers pointing at her. There was years I didn't have anything to do with her. I didn't want to see her. I didn't want her involved with me. But when I sat down, and I'll be completely honest with you, this shift has only taken place over about the last year. And to be completely transparent, Reiki is what brought this to me, sitting in that quiet and that practicing of mindfulness and being forgiving. I heard stories from my mother where she had been abused. I knew that my grandmother, because I did go live with my grandparents, I was ultimately raised by my grandparents. Her own father abused her, which was my mother's grandfather. So how could I ask my mother to protect me when she had not been protected? She didn't know how to protect me. Her mother didn't protect her. Her mother didn't protect her. So you have this line of women that nobody protected each other. And there was something different about me that in the core said, enough's enough. This isn't okay. And it stops right here. And it stopped, and it does not go any further. And I didn't tell many people my story because I wanted people to love me for me. I didn't want people to feel sorry for me because of what was going on. I never told friends growing up why I lived with my grandparents. A few of my girlfriends knew, but to me it was more important that somebody saw my heart and was friends with me because of who I am. And getting out of that was education, because that's just part of the story. What you don't know is my dad was killed. He was killed by a driver. He was ran over. He was a pedestrian. My mom remarried. I lived with her again. I had a second stepfather who did the same thing. So my life is filled with these little pockets of trauma. And I'm like, this is more than some people can bear, but it's okay because I have a way out. And my way out was not to use an excuse, but to empower myself. And education is for everybody. It's out there for everyone. Everybody that's in high school, or at least in my community, we had an opportunity to go to VOTEC. That's free education to get a technical skill. Okay, I'm going to do that. My grandparents ultimately adopted us, so that allowed me some military stipend. I'm going to do that. What degree can I get? So you look for the advantages in life and those sparkles and those shines, and you go for those. But then it became important to me to pour into women and to help them get out of that guilt and that shame and take that coat off, because what you find in women who have lived this life, a lot of times we hide our bodies. We don't want to be looked at. We don't want to fix ourselves up. We want to push away anybody that gets close to us. That's not okay. We deserve to be beautiful. We deserve to shine. We deserve to walk proud with our shoulders up. Nobody has the right to take that away from us. And it's my goal to help women find that confidence in themselves and walk forward. And really, that's really what a phoenix does, right? We're born in those ashes and we're rising up out of it. And that's why I love the story of a phoenix. And that's where my women's group was born out of. And I woke up one morning and I told my husband, I was like, I have to start this women's group. I feel like if I don't, I'm going to regret it. And it was born that day and it has just started. And I just, I just want to love women, no matter where they are in their life's journey, no matter if you've not had this same trauma, you've had something. So let's work on that. Let's build your
Yes.
confidence back where somebody took it from you. They didn't deserve to take that from you. Let's get it back.
Beautiful. Sure, beautiful. You know, the first time I met you, first of all, we had an amazing dance on your Forever song. But we didn't talk about this. But the way that you are inspiring the women in your group was for me such an inspiration, because I am also doing it in the Diamond Beauties.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure there is a lot of women that you can even also tell that you have helped them to realize their worthiness. So thank you so much for being you. Thank you for inspiring. So my beautiful Jennifer, we've got about 12 minutes, so you are welcome to tell us a little bit about your family. And you are a grandmother. I am a grandmother, but my girl, you are so beautiful. You don't look like a grandmother. Your spirit is so young. So all over to you.
Thank you. Yeah. So I am a mom of 5. We are a blended family. So I don't say, I have biological children number. I am a mom of 5. And of those 5 children, I have 4 children here with me. I have one who has gained her angel wings, and then I have 2 that will be here, one in April and one in June. So being a grandma is so fun. I absolutely love it. And that is my husband and I. A lot of people ask us, don't you think you're gonna, miss the kids out of the house? And we're like, have you ever raised 5 kids? No, we like the peace and quiet. And a lot of times I'm in here in my office, or I really enjoy the space in my Reiki room. And so if you watch my affirmations or you're part of my group, that's where I do those from, because that room is so peaceful to me. I enjoy being in there. So a lot of times I'm in these 2 rooms, and my husband will be in his office doing whatever he's doing. He's watching, I know what he's doing. He's watching OU sports, something. It's going to be something with sports. So we've enjoyed that. Not going to lie, I haven't been cooking a whole lot, and I've enjoyed that too. And it's given me time to really figure out who I am, because, I became a mom at 18, and so I've been a mom for a long time. And who do I want to be now that my responsibilities of raising my children are complete? And so it's been a lot of self-reflection. I am a learner by design. Again, education is what got me out. And I love to read. I love, even if it's just something small and funny, I want to hear about it. So if anybody has great books that you recommend, please tell me. I will tell you, I've been going to Goodwill like no other, because people donate really awesome books to Goodwill that you would pay a high dollar for, and you can get them for cheap. So I'm like, I am a Goodwill girl. So I love doing those things. On the work aspect, I don't know if you want me to talk about work,
Yes,
but
please. You're welcome.
we have, my partner is Tina Jolly, and in 2018 she created Pila Strategic Solutions, which Apila is the Choctaw word for help. And she is Choctaw, and that's what we do is we help people. And so we are a HR and benefits consulting company, but I'll be honest with you, recently everything has shifted to leadership development and coaching. And so that's really where we spend our time is, again, pouring into people and helping them on their path, even in the work environment. And coaching is a wonderful piece because you've got somebody in your corner there for you, pouring into you, helping you meet those goals and pushing you along the way. And that's really, where I am in my personal life and where I am in my professional life. And I'm just, I feel like you hear like they say pregnant women are glowing. I feel like I'm glowing and I love where I'm at in my life right now. I feel like I'm in the best place right now.
If I may ask you this question, what would you tell you, being where you are today? What will you tell your 8-year-old self?
What would I tell my 8-year-old self? Hang on, sister. You're getting out. Hang on,
Beautiful.
sister. You're getting out.
And you did. At that age, you did.
You did.
So amazing. There's a lot of people that is going through a lot of things. Still today, there is still people that is touching children. So thank you for telling us your story. And we still have some time, so it's going to be amazing. I wanted to ask why the group name. I cannot pronounce it.
Oh,
I need you to pronounce your group name, but why the group name? Please tell us.
yes. My women's group name is Paria Meraki. Paria Meraki. And
Peria
Paria,
Meraki.
yes, and they're Greek words. And so I knew that I wanted to name my group something with Meraki. I have had that on my Pinterest board for I don't know how long. And so Paria means a gathering of like-minded individuals. Meraki means pouring a little bit of yourself and soul into what you do and love. And that's what I do is I'm giving a little bit of myself to everybody else that's like me.
Oh, I love it. I also love the affirmations that you give, and you make it. You had one the other day were fun. It's different. It's different. So, do you also write your own affirmations?
I do write my own affirmations because to me it's important that they come from the heart. So I will have ladies send me a text message if you have my phone number, or they'll send me a direct message and say, hey, I'm feeling this way, or I've got this going on. And so I'll listen to that and I'll write something out about that. Or it could be something that I know someone is going through. And so I'll write it so that I know that it hits them. So all of them are written by me. That's why you'll see me look down and read them because I want to get them right. But yeah, they're all written by me. And I try to put a little background with them on why we're writing them. Because if I just come on and say, let's talk about money, because I think, it's tax season here in the United States. Everybody's getting ready to do their taxes. Some of us have to pay in, so that could be overwhelming, right? So we want to talk about abundance. If I just come on and say, there's an abundance of money, there's an abundance of money, there's an abundance of money. Well, that may not resonate with everybody if there's no context. But if I can say, you know what? I know that you're worried about tax season, or I know that some of you may have that bill coming up and you're wondering how you're going to pay about it. Don't stress on it. The universe provides. There's enough money out there for you. Go get it. There is an abundance of money. Go get it. There's an abundance of money. Go get it.
Beautiful.
So
I love
all
it.
of them are written by me. Yeah. So if you have any that, or a topic, anybody has a topic or anybody wants to join Perea, I'll be writing some and putting them out today, and I'll pop them over to Diamonds as well.
Oh, wow. Thank you, my beautiful Jennifer. You can also mention your group in the Diamond Beauties, because I do see there's quite a lot of ladies that's on both groups, but
Yeah.
maybe there is still more ladies that would love to join your group as well. So, my beautiful Jennifer, can you tell us what is your golden nugget?
My golden nugget is I am pure magic.
It was like when I read it, I was like, but she is. Oh, I love it. I love your golden nugget. And if I might ask you one more question, what is your forever song?
My forever song is Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
Okay, my I tell my I tell what happened to us when I had a coffee chat. So I see this beautiful, beautiful, tender, beautiful woman, and I know that she have chosen Stairway to Heaven. Oh wow! And then I ask you, will you have a dance with me? And you were like, okay, we're gonna have a dance. But the dance was so beautiful, and you just let when you dance, you just let your emotions come out, and for me that was truly amazing. So I don't know how the experience was for you to meet this lady in South Africa and you're having a dance first thing in the chat.
I loved it. I'm telling you, when you asked me, in preparation of that, what's your forever song? It took me no time. I knew, okay, no problem. Here it is. And here it is, and that will always be my song. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. So my beautiful Jennifer, I have written a song, but I did give the person that is now gonna perform it for us the permission to try and keep most of my words. But if it's not working out in a song, then he must change it so that I can have a song, but for us to end off. But at the moment, I don't have that as yet. But I do have Dr. Michael Alexander. He was on Speaker Speak Group. He helped me to do my first 45-minute speech on stage. So I have his video.
Okay.
May I please play it for you? May I play it?
Oh, yes, please.
Moments of moving from here to there between the star and the moon's soft glare capture a glimpse of light so rare, radiant and shining, our hearts declare for the world to see in love's grand affair. Moments of our lives that are filled with laughter keep us going, hearts thrilled, capture the essence of who we are in the spirit of a child like a shooting star. Moments to share our true stories so bright, not only for the world to heal, take flight, but to remind us how amazing we are. Forever moving forward, a radiant star to create magic near and far. In the radiance of each heart's soft glow, we find the strength to carry on and grow. Shining bright, our love doth show in every moment, from dusk till dawn's soft flow. Radiant heart.
I don't know. What do you think about this song, my beautiful Jennifer?
I love it. His voice, too, is so smooth.
And he went and he put diamonds at the back for us. He is such a darling. So, my beautiful Jennifer, can you please let the people know how they can get hold of you? And then I would love to end off with your video again, but tell us how can they and join your group as well.
Yeah, thank you for allowing me to do that. So you can connect with me on Facebook. I'm open. It's just Jennifer Rogers. My group is open to women only. It's a women's group, and that's Perea Meraki, PareaMeraki. And if you go to my Facebook page, there's a link there that you can join. I've also created it on Instagram. Complete transparency here. I'm getting a little bit better at Instagram, so not a lot happening there yet. If you're interested with Apela, you can visit us at Apela, and that's spelled APELA solutions.com, apelasolutions.com, and we would love to visit with you on any of those pieces. And you can follow us on Facebook as well at Apela Solutions. We drop little nuggets about coaching there, and some little what we like to do are Fun Fact Fridays. So you might find some of those interesting.
Thank you, my beautiful Jennifer. Here we go with your beautiful video.
My name is Jennifer Rogers. I am a fourth generational trauma breaker. I am a strong mother and grandmother who decided that the cycle stops with me. Today, I use that strength and power to lead, coach, and develop other women to help them find their strength and power in their journey. I've created an online group called Paria Meraki, where we support and grow each other through daily affirmations, empowerment, and a safe environment where we are like a phoenix who rose through the ashes and rise to our best self.
Thank you, my beautiful Jennifer. Can I ask, is there one message that you can give to somebody that is in this situation, or that was in this situation but cannot break through that next step because the forgiveness, that things is still in their mind?
It's still there.
Yes.
Definitely, I know journaling is not for everybody, especially if that privacy has been invaded. But find a way to get those thoughts out, even if it is taking a walk and speaking them out. Do not carry that negativity. Do not ruminate over the situations that have happened. One thing that I found that was helpful for me was to write things down and then to burn them, because once that's done, I let go of it. And I'm always open and available as a listening ear. And I will share with you in my women's group, we held a retreat last November, and we had a woman who come up to me who her daughter had been in my situation, and she was feeling the way that my mom probably felt by me. And I told her, I said, just, give your daughter space. She will come around. Don't give up on her, and don't get mad at her. We carry a lot of blame. We carry a lot of shame. We carry a lot of guilt. So you have to find that in you, but you have to purge that out. And so me writing and burning got it out. That may not work for you. So find what works. Sometimes the other thing that worked for me was walking meditation, because I could focus my anger on my footsteps against the pavement and get that out.
Wow, amazing. Thank you, my beautiful Jennifer. So, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, I am sure that you have really enjoyed our session and have listened to a beautiful Jennifer's story. A brave little girl, still a brave little mama and grandmother. And I am truly honored to know her and to love her. So please join us next week for our next guest. It's going to be Robyn Eyre-Long, and she is going to tell her story. My beautiful Jennifer, thank you for giving us your heart, and thank you for being your amazingness, and you are beautiful from the inside out. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.